Love this drummer more than I love Banana Bread. And that's like a lot. Welcome back, and thank you for joining me for another reaction video. Now, there's not much to say in this intro other than I'm very, very glad to be back doing another Jinjer reaction. I've taken my sweet damn time with it. This is a song called Vortex. You guys have been asking for it for a long while. I think it premiered back in June of last year, so not so new anymore. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for continuing to request it. Very excited. Without further ado, Jinjer Vortex official video. Let's see what you got. Oh, easy. Sorry, Tatiana. We'll get back to you now in a second. Slightly unexpected. I'm used to the brutality of this band. I'm also used to some of the melody and the gentleness, but I didn't quite expect this start. Really gentle, really light. I went back because when I'm surprised by something, I need to hear it again. I often miss a lot of stuff. But I want you to listen out for two things. One, this drum is insane. Even in that subtlety, I guess the quality and recording of the drums helps with this, but those little ghost notes, little shuffles in between, that line up perfectly with the guitar work, which has a nice delay on it. That's one of the key things here. He's able to kind of pick down and play, and that delay has a nice decay on it, which means it runs out for longer. And there's this like residue of that melody without him actually playing anymore. It creates like a gap, but it's still got something in it. Very, very cool. Let's run it back.
Like a lunatic, frantic. The man in the room looks so dramatic with a latitude on his right foot. The spiral traffic feels too dramatic. Too dramatic. Quiet. The man is walking around. Where's the way out he never found? And inside there's a moment of land. It's rolling and robbing a podcast. Oh, how heavy is the fall. It bent his spine to the very ground. Neither his nor another. Enormous bloody cross.
Hang on. Wow. Okay. Wow. I hate breaking the flow of a song as much as I'm sure a lot of people hate me doing it, but that's the point of this channel. I'm looking for opportunities, and I try and do my best to make sure that the pauses are impactful and relevant, and that there's some kind of value add. I never encourage people to watch my reactions as the first time they're hearing a song. Please go and listen to the song first, come back to me after, and if you want to listen alongside somebody who can kind of maybe hopefully help you listen on a deeper level, then that's cool. This is great. I'm going back to here because I'm hearing bits of it, but then I heard it quite specifically, quite dramatically there. There's a term in music called prosody. It is effectively when you align the kind of vocal phrasing or syllables with the actual music. So those line up really tightly, and it's very purposeful. And it's been happening in small areas, but there where she started belting, and let me tell you, her voice is remarkable. Whether she's screaming or singing, one of the most dominant, recognizable vocalists in metal. And I think a lot of people make the mistake of saying dominant female vocalists. I don't think that term is necessary. She's one of the most dominant vocalists. Listen out for what I'm talking about. I hope I've gone back enough. I think I have. There's a part where the guitar work, the drums, all of that purposeful melody lines up exactly with her vocal phrasing. As I mentioned, I think it's pronounced prosody, but it's very cool, and they do it very uniquely, because even if you stick into a 4/4, you can set that and shoot it out into kind of like a perceived different signature. Very cool. I gotta stop there. Controlled chaos. It's a wonderful thing when musicians are able to own chaos, to own a moment of panic. It isn't to them, though. It's very orchestrated, very unique. Music can portray a ton of emotions. And it's not just about it being heavy and angry, or lighter and calm. Those are obvious. There's anxiety. There's urgency in a lot of what they do. Going back one step there, because, well, that's actually a perfect place, because the filming of this also helps, like the uniqueness of how they're capturing it. There's some of that, I don't want to say stop-start, but it's like a breakup in the frames of what they're filming, and then it's very smooth. Love this drummer more than I love Banana Bread. And that's like a lot. It's a lot. It's all of it. And he is so unique, so special. You think of drummers that are like standouts in bands, and it's very difficult for a drummer to stand out in a band, especially one that is so talented like this. The songwriting process must be remarkable with him, because I'd love to sit in the corner, blanket over my head, going, don't mind me, I'm just listening. Because like some of that guitar work is just impossible. If you heard it on its own, you'd go, how could that be melodic? How could that be a song? And you piece it together with everything else, and it is. And a lot of what the drums are doing are tying it all together, because even though it's within these boundaries, these set rules of what the rhythm is that he's playing, some of the grooves that he's playing, hitting the bell to kind of offset that and provide a bit of accent and theater, EQ, if you will, to that drumming spectrum. I'm not impressed. I'm overwhelmed. I think impressed is not strong enough a word. Nice popping on the bass. I love it.
Like a feather, I travel down the spiral staircase. One more look through a beam where stars rise. Like a feather, I travel down the spiral staircase, falling deeper than it is. All stars terrorize through rapids and stones. I can like water and light when I go through rapids and stones. I can.
Listen to this. We're heading towards the end. I'm going to let it play out from here. That picking's really nice because it's shuffling between two chords, which is where you get the variation, but you can still hear the root. The root of the pattern is a ladder, up and down. Quite linear, actually. Her vocals, man. Oh my God. So good. So good. And for anyone asking, I always go back and look at the lyrics after. I can't do it during the song because it's distracting for me. It's really difficult for me to listen as actively as I'd like to be, as on it as I'd like to be. And I have my ups and downs, man. Sometimes I'm not on it at all and I'm just enjoying the song with you. Sometimes I like to talk about technical stuff. It's never really that technical, is it? But hopefully it's helpful. This is fantastic. Listen to that picking structure, how it shifts back and forth. Her voice is effectively this light blanket that covers all of the chaos, all of the musical elements, wraps it up tightly in a bundle and gives it life. It allows it to be chaotic with boundaries. It allows it to be purposeful. It aims it in a direction and gives it intent. And I think that's possibly one of the strongest things about her voice, outside of her talent, outside of her skill set, is how commanding it can be over the music it sits on top of. There is Julia doing this. Let me click on her video. Julia, don't sue me. There she is. I had the lovely privilege of meeting up with Julia when she came to Nottingham. It was a great time. Had loads of fun. Got lots of drinks. Hung out. Spoke about everything besides YouTube. Here she is. I will add her video in the description below. She's done this. Obviously, haven't heard it yet, but I will. And I encourage you to go and give her a listen as well. Beautiful song. Awesome song. Enough chaos and brutality, enough melody, enough balance between light and shade. One thing I didn't mention earlier on, but I was thinking, is that her vocals are so layered so perfectly. When a vocalist has the confidence that she does in her songwriting, in her ability to perform, in her ability to absolutely nail the idea in her head, you start to see that come out in the production, and I'm sure she has a very lead role in that production with whatever producer they're working with, about how she goes and layers her vocals. Not necessarily just in harmonies, but also in duplication, in layering it up to sound almost perfect. Because when you replicate something and you do it through a human capacity and not a phasing element, then you can adjust off minutely, not noticeably. That provides that kind of choir effect. I love it. I love it all. Remarkable. There'll be more Jinjer. There'll always be more Jinjer. Please tell me where next to go, because amazing. If there's a band that I do that you guys love and you like, please don't get frustrated when I haven't gotten to them. Sometimes for months. I get a lot of people going, well, whatever happened to this? You said you loved them and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Calm down. There's a lot of music out there. There's a lot of people saying exactly what you're saying. A lot of people giving me an absolute headache because I'm not doing the thing they want. This channel isn't for that one person. It isn't for any one person. It isn't for me. There's a lot of music on here I've never heard before, so it can't be for me, other than ticking the box of me wanting to explore new music. This is supposed to be a channel that I have fun making content through. That's where I get my enjoyment, making the video. Right now, what you're seeing, past Chase, putting it out live and having a premiere and seeing all of your engagement, that of course feels good. That feels really good, and it feels nice, and it's kind of a validation of the fact that I'm putting out a product that people like, and that I'm doing a good job with it, and I think that that's really good. But that's more for you guys to have a look at and explore. That's where you come in. And if I say I love a band, it means that I love them. It's not something I'm saying for the purpose of a video or to be pandering. I don't care for that. I don't care for metrics. This whole YouTube thing gamifies stuff in a way that brings out a certain competitive element to me. I'd love to reach the 100K mark. I'd love to. I think that would be awesome, because it's a symbol of what the platform deems a level of success, a level of accomplishment. That number could be whatever. I couldn't care. But I don't get hung up on numbers. I do look at your comments. I will get to the bands that I love, sometimes not for a long while, because there's so much music out there. And sometimes I just want to hear a particular band. Okay, rant over. Loved this. Absolutely loved it. There will be more Jinjer, as I said. Let me know where to go next. And if you can, comment below with a link to the actual video. Sometimes there's different videos. There's live, or there's studio, there's lyrics, or there's whatever. You guys tell me. I'll go with that. Until the next one, please be safe, be nice to each other, and have a damn good day.